Hey, what's up guys? My name is youcanthavethisusername, and today I've got a quad feed with every single gun in Black Ops Cold War for you guys. I got this idea from Merc Music, so shout out to him for this. He makes videos like this for basically every new Call of Duty, so if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, check out the link to his playlist in the description. Now this video took me a long time to make, so if you enjoy it, drop a like and make sure you're subscribed. If you don't want to watch these quad feeds with a commentary, skip to the timestamp on the screen now and you can watch the clips by themselves. With that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. We're going to start off with the assault rifles, and first up is the XM4. Now the XM4 is not a bad gun by any means, but I had such bad luck using this weapon it took me forever to get a clean quad feed with it. I could get split quad feeds no problem, like on screen right now, but getting an actual clean one was very difficult for some reason. I finally ended up getting this clean clip on Armada. Next up is the AK-47, and this is probably one of the best clips I've hit on Cold War so far. It starts off with a split quad and then goes into a clean quad feed towards the end. It's pretty awesome. This was also hit on Armada and Hardcore. Most of these clips are in Hardcore because it's really difficult to hit clean quad feeds in standard core modes because everyone has so much health, and in Hardcore most guns are 1 or 2 shot kills. Anyway, I'm just going to let the rest of the clip play out. Here's the Krig 6 and a relatively easy quad feed on Holiday Nuketown. Now for the QBZ, I did get this double quad feed on Crossroads Strike with 1 split feed and 1 clean feed, but I wasn't really happy with the second one because it wasn't on screen for very long. So I went back and got this one on Satellite that's on screen for a little longer. Up next is the FFAR with a 5-on back on Nuketown. Finally, we've got one of my favorite assault rifles, the Groza, with a nice little spawn trap on Raid. That'll do it for the assault rifles, and next up we've got the SMGs, and first up in that category is the MP5. I got this quad feed on Satellite, and it actually could have been a 5-man, but I didn't see the last guy off to the left, unfortunately. Now for the Milano, this took me a few days, and I kept having really bad luck with it for some reason, but I ended up with this nice spawn trap on Nuketown. Next up is the AK-74U, and this clip on Armada is actually really similar to the AK-47 clip from earlier, same place and everything. In this clip, I saw that I didn't get a quad feed after the first few kills, so I just kept going for more and more kills to try to get something on screen, and eventually I got a clean one at the end. Moving on to the KSP, I got this nice 5-on spawn trap on Nuketown. It could have been 6, but I missed some of my shots on the last guy. Next up is the Bullfrog on the map Moscow, and this is when I figured out you could get the enemies coming right out of this doorway in a sort of spawn trap, and I'll eventually use this again later in the video. And lastly, for the SMGs, I got this quad feed on B objective on Satellite with the MAC-10. Moving on to the tactical rifles, I got this feed on Nuketown with the Type 63, but I wanted something a little better than that, and I didn't want all of my clips to be on Nuketown. So after playing a little more, I got this sick 5-on on Garrison. Now the M16 was relatively easy to hit, and I got this quad on Moscow. I was still alive, and I wanted to see if I could go for another quad feed in this same life, so I tried to get these guys coming out of their spawn, but unfortunately I missed my last few shots here. Next up is the AUG, and for some reason this gun took me forever to get a quad feed with. I don't know what it was about the gun. It's not a bad gun by any means, but I just could not make it work. I ended up getting this clip on Raid right before halftime. And last for the TAC rifles, we got the DMR-14, and for this quad feed we're back on the map Raid. This could have been a 5-man, but I missed some of my shots again. Anyway, now we're on to the LMGs, and a lot of people don't like the LMGs in this game, but I actually think they're pretty good. Now for this first quad feed for the Stoner, I used this Gung Ho exploit on Nuketown to get a 5-on, but I wanted to get something a little better than that because I was basically using a glitch to get that quad feed, so I ended up going back and getting this 5-on on Armada. For the RPD, I was actually really lucky, and I hit this quad feed in like 2 or 3 games. Lastly, for the LMGs, we've got the M60, and for this quad feed, I used that spawn trap I found earlier with the Bullfrog to get this quick and easy quad feed. That's it for the LMGs. They were relatively easy and didn't even take me that long. I actually hit all the clips in the same day. Moving on to the snipers, let me just tell you guys, this took me forever to complete. First up's the Pellington, and I got extremely lucky with this gun. I got this awesome 5-on Nuketown within like a day or two. Next up's the Tundra, and I'm going to be honest, I hate this gun. It's just way too slow for me, and I could not make it work for some reason. All I got was a bunch of split quad feeds for like 3 weeks straight, but eventually I got this clean one on Nuketown. It could have been a 5-on, but honestly, I'm not even mad I missed the last shot, since it was a clean feed anyway, and I'd already been working on it for so long. To round out the snipers, we've got the M82 and the spawn trap on Cartel. With all the primaries done, now we're going on to the secondaries, and first up is the pistols. The first pistol is the 1911, and this 5-on back on hardcore satellite is definitely one of the luckiest clips of this video. Moving on, we've got the Magnum, which is honestly an overrated gun in my opinion, because I could just not make it work. I did eventually get this clip though after I figured out the spawns on the map Garrison. Finally, for the pistols, we've got the Diamante in the same exact place as the Magnum. Now this wasn't the same exact game as the last clip, but it was just a few games later. Moving on to the last class of weapons, the shotguns. First up is the Howler, and this clip I got on Nuketown. I don't know why I didn't die to this artillery right here, but for whatever reason it definitely helped me out. Next up is the Gallo, and for this quad feed, I got a flank on the B flag right as the game started on Armada. I kind of wanted to hit something a little better than that though, because the last kill was kind of slow, and after I found out about this gun's ridiculous range in hardcore, I went back on Nuketown and got this 5-on. Finally, we've got the Street Sweeper, and this is definitely one of my favorite quad feeds of this video. This gun has insane range on hardcore mode, and I got this clip in just a few hours. Well, that's it for my quad feed with every gun video in Black Ops Cold War. This took a lot longer than I originally expected, but I'm pretty happy with the result. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and leave a video suggestion or a challenge down in the comments below if you want. If you want to see the quad feeds without any commentary, they're coming up in just a second. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.